Hey everyone, hi, good morning. Thank you so much for your support. As I said earlier, I'm gonna create the new video for OS installation, and that will be CentOS 8 OS installation. So today I'm gonna record it, the OS installation video. And in my earlier video, we have seen how to create a virtual machine. So it is there, it is created already. So now we are going to install the operating system. So yeah, this is the virtual machine that I have created client, and to install the operating system we need ISO file for the operating system. So the one which we are going to install is CentOS 8, and I have downloaded it from the internet, and need to put that into the CD-ROM into the virtual machine. So to do that, you need to click on settings. First of all, select the machine, then click on settings, then come to the storage option in the left side pane. And now if you look at this controller ID, this is the CD drive option. So click on it. It's empty as of now. So what you need to do is you need to select over here this option and select the ISO file. If it doesn't show up over here, you need to go to the choose a disk file option, and it is there. I have saved it over the desktop, so that is why it is showing up over here, and so I have selected this ISO file. So then you need to click on OK. So once you selected the ISO file, what you need to do, you need to start the virtual machine. You need so that the machine will boot using that ISO file. If you look at this option here, IDE secondary IDE, you'll be able to see the ISO file over here. This is 10.51 GB. So I'm starting the virtual machine now. Okay, once you start the virtual machine, the window will show up. Yes. Okay, maximize this window. And if you look at these options, the first one is install the CentOS operating system. The second one is test the media. Test media means the ISO file or the DVD which you are using to install the OS. If you want to test it, then you can test it whether it is corrupted or it's perfect one. And the third option is troubleshooting. This will be helpful to troubleshoot the OS related issues. So today we are gonna see the OS installation process. That is, I am selecting install CentOS operating system. I have selected it. You can choose the options using the arrow keys on your keyboard. So I am selecting this install CentOS and need to press enter now. Once you press enter, it will boot the machine with the ISO file, and you will be seeing the options which you will come across when you start the OS installation. The OS installation process for CentOS, it's pretty much simple. uh, there are few options, those we need to configure. And this is the first screen you will get when you start the OS installation, and it is asking for the keyboard layout. So a standard keyboard layout everybody uses is United States, so we are going to select the same. By default it is selected, you don't need to do any changes over here. And if you want to select any customized language over here, you can select it, like any other language you would like to have the OS, then you can select that language and you can go ahead with that particular language. So as of now I'm selecting the English one, and the United States is the keyboard layout. So and need to click on continue. Okay, So this is the screen where all the options will show up, and we need to configure each and everything before we go further. So basically in our video we are just going to install the operating system, the basic minimal one. So there are few things that we need to configure. The keyboard is already selected to English US, okay, and language is already selected to English United States. Time and date, it's America's one, so we need to select it based on our locality. Right now we are in India, so the Indian time zone we need to select over here. It's Kolkata, and yeah, you can see it over here. It's 24-hour and AM PM. If you would like to have it in that way, then you can select it as AM PM. And this is the date which will show up over here. And this one is network time protocol. If you would like to synchronize your machine with the NTP server in your infrastructure, then you can enable this option. We don't have anything, so that is why I'm not going to enable it. And that's it. We just need to select the time zone over here. It's Indian Standard Time Zone, and click on done. So this software column shows installation source. So installation source, that we have already selected, the ISO file which we have downloaded from the internet, that we have selected. So we don't need to get into this option. So basically we are not going to change anything from this option. And software selection, as of now, if you look at this into the left pane, you can see the server with GUI option and the server, minimal install, workstation, custom operating system, virtualization host. If you go ahead with the server with GUI, then you're gonna get the graphical interface. You will be able to log in into the graphical interface server. And the only server, if you select, this will be the command line interface you are gonna get. And if you are selecting minimal install, that will be installing the least required packages on the machine. So yeah, we are going to install this minimal install option. And the other option we are having is workstation. If you are using your Linux machine for your personal use, workstation is user friendly desktop system or laptop and PCs. So then you need to select this workstation option. And custom operating system, basic building block for a custom CentOS system. This is for specific requirement that we are gonna check it. We are not gonna look into this option. And the other one is virtualization host. If your machine is gonna make it as a virtualization hypervisor server, and you are gonna host multiple virtual machines inside that, then you can select this this option. Also, if you want to have virtualization host with server with GUI, you can do that as well. You can select this option, and you can install different packages which are required for the virtualization host. You will be able to see it over here. Let me check it out. Let me show you the option. It's virtualization, yeah, virtualization tools. So once you install this client, hypervisor and tools, right, your machine will be like virtualization host itself. So you are having multiple options to select whether those packages are needed or not. So basically we are going to have minimal install, and need to select this one, and no need to select any packages over here. If you would like to have, and you are sure about the package requirement, then you can select any package which are listed under this right side pane. Okay, I'm not going to select anything, so just minimal install, and I'm clicking on done. And the installation destination, so basically I have created 30 GB of hard disk for the virtual machine. So the disk is getting showed up over here, and it's already checked, but we need to uncheck and check it once, so that this disk will get checked. So the installation will be done on this particular hard disk only. Select the devices you would like to install to. They will be left untouched until you click on the main menu's begin installation button. Okay, and specialized network disk. Okay, if you would like to get the disk from the network, then you can choose this option. And storage configuration, if you would like to have what you call the custom partitions, you can select custom partitions over here, file system hierarchy based on your requirement, or else you can go ahead with the automatic one. As of now we are going with the automatic option, and by default each and every file system hierarchy will get created using this automatic option. If you would like to have the custom one, you can select it, and you can create the required partitions, and with the custom requirement of that partition size. So we are going ahead with the automatic one. Click on done. So installation destination is done, and kdump is kernel dump, and this feature is by default enabled. Kdump is a kernel crash dumping mechanism. In the event of system crash, kdump will capture information from your system that can be invaluable in determining the cause of the crash. Okay, if your system gets crashed, sometime, then this kdump will hold that particular memory information, and you are gonna troubleshoot the things based on that particular dump which it is gonna capture during that time. So that is why, if that is needed, then we can configure it, but yeah, we don't need this kdump for our testing environment, so I'm not going to use it. And done. Network and host. Okay, the next option is your machine is okay, Ethernet ENS. Okay, it is showing as disconnected, so I'm enabling the network. And by default, if your environment is having the DHCP server, then the IP address will get show up over here. My virtual environment is having the IP address, sorry, what you call the DHCP server, so that is why this IP is getting showed up over here. And okay, and host name you can configure based on your requirement. Let's say it's client.ossway.com. okay, apply. And what else can be done? Yes, this is the Ethernet interface we are having on this machine. If you are having multiple Ethernet, then you will be able to see those Ethernet interface over here in the left side pane. So I'm clicking on done now. And security policy, we are not going to look into this option. And the root password, need to mention the root password, it should be complicated. Okay, so need to click twice on done button, as we are giving the weak password for the root account. And if you would like to create a new user, then you can click on this user creation option and create a new user as what you call Rob will be the new user I'm adding into it, and I'm giving some password to that account. Okay, and just click on done. Now you need to click on begin installation option. We have selected minimal install, so it will take some time. Begin install. It will show up the how many packages it is gonna install on the machine for the minimal install. See, if you look at the screen, you will be able to see 363 packages are there, the complete set of packages. And right now it's 222. Okay, it's going on, it will take some time.